Thank you all for being here today. We are so excited for today. We're so excited about today's announcement. We are so excited to have you all here. I know we were waiting on some other guests who will be trickling in, but we thought we'd get started because I know everyone has busy schedules. Today is really an exciting day for downtown. It marks another step of progress in the revitalization of downtown. None of this progress, though, would be possible without our board organizations, the EDDC. They've contributed so much to the revitalization process. Thanks to their vision for a welcoming, safe, diverse downtown, their financial support of these buildings and these projects, and their belief in the possibility of Erie's great future, we have so much to thank for them. And I also want to start by thanking my partners at the EDDC, Nicole Reitzel and Matt Wachter, who are floating around, and who we've come to get well acquainted with is the team at Red Letter Hospitality. They've done a great job of helping us through this process. Now, I know you all are here to learn about who are going to be the first ever vendors in Flagship City Food Hall. But before I get to the announcement, I wanted to recap the process so you know what these vendors had to go through. In January of this year, we started the open application process. By March, we had more than 24 applicants. In April and May, with our friends at Red Letter, we interviewed all of those vendors, all those applicants via Zoom, which made for some interesting conversations for anyone who's been on Zoom meetings. In June and July, we had the very difficult decision of narrowing that field down to get in-person interviews. So we conducted in-person interviews with the vendors. They had to show up and provide a sample of what they were going to provide at the food hall. As I'm sure you can imagine, that was a lot of fun. Those are some of the more fun moments as we spent days just great food after great food. And then by August, we had narrowed this applicant field down to 9. Let me say, this was not easy. We had more high-quality applicants than we do vendor spots in the food hall. So there were some incredibly talented chefs, some incredibly talented restaurateurs who did not make the cut, but we're hoping that we'll keep them involved in the process and the revitalization of downtown. But we are really excited about our group today that we're going to announce. And to give you a sense of their excitement, I wanted to show you all a video. So just 1 second here.
I mean, I feel myself right there. Like, I can see myself there. I'm ready.
Very excited about the food hall. I think it's a great opportunity to kind of bring some new and exciting cuisines to Erie.
It was like, honestly, a dream. Like, I want to do something in downtown, and especially when I heard about the project going on in downtown. That's amazing. That's great.
The mission of the EDDC is to revitalize Erie. And so to be a part of this project, to be a vendor, to me means that life is given to something that I thought was just an idea.
I've toured over the last year and a half, 2 years, different food halls from Philadelphia to Los Angeles. And I truly think that this one is going to be one of the good ones.
In order to get the kind of variety that the food hall is looking to provide, I mean, you'd have to travel all around the county for it.
I mean, every person that we had food with, we just walked out saying, wow, this is great. I think it's going to be not only to come to eat, but I think you're going to want to come there for experience. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited to see just some different things that Erie has not seen before.
The food hall is where it's at. You just got to come down to the food hall. Food halls want to bring a different aspect. No one wants to eat the same thing every day. The food hall gives you a different concept. You get to choose what you want to eat every day. You walk into a place, there's not just one vendor. You have 9 different vendors to choose from. So what better solution than that? The food hall is the place to be.
Who's hungry? So we had a lot of fun making that video with the vendors. We got to go to a lot of great kitchens. We got to taste a lot of great food. So I'm glad that you all are here to be a part of this process. And I'd like to start by introducing our first ever vendors in Flagship City Food Hall. I'd like to start with Lucky Louie's. I've got Jeff here on behalf of Lucky Louie's. Katie Schmid, the owner, was not able to be here with us today, but we appreciate you being here.
No problem.
Thank you. So you're over right there. You see that X there? For those that don't know, Lucky Louie's in 2018 made Yelp's top 10 places in America of where to get a hot dog. To be recognized in the top 10 for anything in America is quite an accomplishment. So we knew we had to get them downtown, and we are thrilled that they're going to be opening up their first downtown location in the food hall. Right. Next, we have Shawarma Station. I think Bassam is here. Bassam? They're all bunched together. If I can get this out here. There you go, Bassam.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you.
When we came up with the concept for the food hall, we were hoping that our food trucks would use this as an opportunity to come inside all year round. We have a lot of talented food trucks, a lot of great food trucks, and we are thrilled that we've got the best food truck serving the best Middle Eastern cuisine and an all-around pretty talented person in Bassam deciding to open up in the food hall. So thank you, Bassam. Entirely new concept to the Erie region, Taste and See Fruit and Veggie Bar, which is going to be owned and operated by Crystal Robinson. Crystal? So you're going to be right there. At the beginning of this open application process, we hoped that it would be an opportunity to uncover some new culinary talent in the community, and that's what we found in Crystal. Crystal had been looking some time, I think, for a place to open a fruit smoothie, salad, fresh, very healthy concept. And we were fortunate that she didn't find anything until she came and applied to the food hall. So we're excited to have her downtown. And also at the EDC, we've conducted over 1,000 surveys on what they want to see, what people want to see downtown. We received a lot of responses that were interested in a vegan-friendly concept, and so we're thrilled that she'll be fitting that demand. So thank you, Crystal. And I will take a moment to acknowledge, I think I see Mayor Schember. Mayor Schember, thank you for being here. Now, we said that we wanted to uncover some new culinary talent in the community through this process, but we also wanted to get some regional institutions to open or expand downtown. And when you think of regional institutions, one of the institutions that comes to mind is Straw Hat Sunday Shop. They've been around for 50 years, and we are so excited that Jeff Seaver, the owner, is here with us today. He's making his way from the back. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks. So Jeff, I think, is one of the, if not the only, establishments that's licensed to sell Penn State's Berkey Creamery ice cream in the region. So for all the Penn State alums, they're thrilled about that. We're thrilled about that he'll be selling Penn State ice cream. We're thrilled that he's going to be selling some of our local chocolatiers products. But I think what we are most excited about, Jeff has some new dessert concept. We're going to try one today, I think?
You are.
Okay. So I won't ruin the surprise. We'll say that for Jeff. But Jeff's got a lot of great ideas, some new dessert concepts that we think will be the next in iconic Erie dishes. So thank you, Jeff, for being here. We're going to slide you over a little bit. I actually have 3 here. So you can see here today, we've got some old historic buildings that create some challenges in terms of the design and layout. Our architectural and design team have done a great job of figuring a very efficient layout. What we had through this process is we saw an opportunity for one operator to take on a few stalls. And so we were thrilled that our partners at Red Letter Hospitality submitted 3 new concepts that they are going to open and operate in the food hall. So they've got they've got an incredibly talented team at Red Letter, and they've got 3 of their top chefs here today. So I'm gonna have them come on up. We got one for you.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome. One for you. We'll get you out of those cork.
Thank you.
There you go, and one for you.
All right, thanks, sir.
Awesome, thank you. So the concepts that they will be operating is a hand-tossed brick oven pizzeria, an artisanal taco and bowl stand, and an authentic delicatessen. So we got to sample some of their food throughout this process, and we are really excited to see what they bring to the food hall. So thank you guys for being here. And finally, we have Taste of Love, a new concept from Natasha Paisley. Natasha, you want to come on up? So when I mentioned earlier, when we went through this process, for second round interviews, we required the vendors to bring in a sample of what might be on their menu. Natasha shows up at the cashier's house one afternoon with not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 platters, I think, of food.
Yes.
There was mac and cheese, there was chicken, there was collard greens, there was a low country seafood boil. Steak, there was steak, yes. Ribs, yes. I was so stuffed, I think I blanked out on everything that we had eaten. We left stuffed. It was all delicious, and we all left knowing that we needed to get Natasha in the food hall. So, Natasha, we're thrilled that you're here today, and I also want to take a moment to thank the mayor specifically, because we meet with the mayor and his senior staff monthly, and we'd been briefing the mayor and his senior staff on this process, asking for his and his community liaisons' help in identifying some talent in the community that we could bring downtown. And I think Natasha wasn't even going to apply until maybe some folks encouraged her to apply, including some on the mayor's team. So thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Natasha, again.
You're welcome.
Now, if you're doing the math, you'll see up here we've got 8 vendors. And we mentioned that we have 9 vendor stalls in the food hall. So I have another exciting announcement today. Starting today, we are going to open applications for the final vendor spot. When we started this application process in January, we were living in a pre-COVID world. Over the last few months, all of us have been impacted by COVID, but maybe none more so than restaurateurs and chefs. We know that there's a lot of talented chefs and restaurateurs out in the community whose plans for the immediate future have been altered by COVID. So what we wanted to do in consultation with Red Letter is reserve 1 spot and leave that open and restart the application process. So if you know of anyone out there who is interested in joining this dynamic group, then go to flagshipcityfoodhall.com. Tell them to go to flagshipcityfoodhall.com for information on the application process. Applications start today. We will accept applications until November 1st. We'll do interviews in November and December, and our plan is to hopefully make an announcement about that final vendor spot in the first quarter of next year. So again, great opportunity, and we are so thrilled about the team that we have here. We're going to allow you to get some photos. Our team's going to get some photos, and then we hope you all can stick around because they've provided a bit of a sample of what to expect in the food hall. So thank you all for being here today, and thank you, most importantly, to this incredible team that we have in front of us. Thank you. I'm just going to do this.